And away we go. You can probably do with some more sleep than a stuff, so it's never a bad idea. Alright, so back with more Dark Souls. I'm in a better mood now. I've had plenty of fluids. I don't want to waste a load of humanities on that. Welcome to the Abyss. Let's finish off Ulasil. Oh no, I want you. Come back here. No, no, come back, come on. Awesome. Now the thing with the Abyss is, visually kind of like Tomb of the Giants, but you can see more. So the big thing with that is... probably scary because of that. But of course then you've got stuff like this. Oh god damn it. I need to get to that sorcerer. That sorcerer's the problem. Less than 2 minutes in. I'll tell you what, I hate having to shave. I always get skin rash. Rash, is that the right word? The skin always feels very sore afterwards. Hate it. There, let's do this better. Just regular silver knight. I'm going into the abyss. I'm gonna destroy Manus, save Ulasil, and everyone will say it was Artorias. Get out of the way. Alright, yep, no. It's understandable, yes. I'm gonna murder all of you. Every single one of you. Get behind the pillar. 2 gulps. I said 2 gulps. Run. Shield up. God, that burns through so much stamina. Really hate those guys. It irritates me I couldn't find the item I was after. It really helped deal with that. Yeah, the Abyss, it's dark. It's not as dark as Tomb of the Giants. But I think that's smart. Tomb of the Giants being as dark as it is really irritating more than anything else. It makes the entire area just feel unfair because of how little you can see unless you either have the Sunlight Maggot or you give up your shield hand for the Skull Lantern. I'm gonna kill all of you. Every single one of you. Right, make your moves. Coming for you. Maybe I should have brought my spear. Yeah, so these things don't actually attack. They just hurt. Thank you. So don't jump into a field of them. Like, seriously. There we go. The drop rate for humanities from them is really high, though, which I think is a lore thing. Pretty sure these are actually sentient humanity. This is... oh, god damn it, there's another sorcerer. There's another... shield up. Can't get it up there. Excuse me. Yeah, like sentient humanity. Forgot about you. Hey, Alvina. Means I'm in the right area. Alvina is leader of the Forest Hunter Covenant. And she's actually leading us to something here. So we do want to follow her. I think it's like the one time you're not being led into an ambush. Alright, I think you're bigger than the others. And one more. Actually figuring out where these things are is a pain. So I'm not entirely sure they're 3D and not it's like a 2D image that turns to face you, like the portal into the abyss. There we go. Because this is where Alvina was leading us. Let that boy alone. Come on. Tear you apart. Safe now. That's what happens to Artorias' shield. There it is. Steel great shield used by Knight Artorias who succumbed to the Abyss. Artorias, deeply scarred by the Abyss, used this to form a barrier to protect his compatriot Sith. Although this drained the shield, the magic defense remains high. It's actually equal to the Crest shield. Stability is good though, that's not bad. 77, what forgot at the minute? 55. It's not bad, and we're not running into any physical damage down here. But that's very heavy, because it's a great shield. Have to leave it. So yeah, that is where Alvina was leading us. And that was Artorias' last stand to protect Sith. And there's now a grave to Artorias here.
You! Is that not the soul of the man who fell on this spot? He was a dear friend. I wish to pay proper respect with that soul. Would you be willing to part with it? Thank you. You are very kind. Please take this. I no longer need it. May the Lord guide thee.
So this is Lord's Blade Kieran. Another of the four knights.
May the Lord guide thee.
You give her the soul of Artorias. You get her weapons. Otherwise, you can use Artorias' soul to make some more weapons. Show these off, actually. Where's the other one? Gold Tracer. Oh, what's the stats? 25 dex. It's a shame I can't show it off right now then. Because, the two Tracers are the only weapons in the game that have a unique animation for being wielded in the left hand. That is the only thing you can actually properly dual wield. Alright, on we go. Let's go and finish Artorias' job. Back into the abyss. So yeah, these things have a very high chance of dropping humanity, so this is like the best place to farm it. And as you've seen, we've got a lot of twin humanities from them as well. There we go. And the ones that were hounding Sif. Hounding Sif. Did they respawn? No, guess not. Alright. So yeah, like, I'm pretty sure the idea is they are like sentient humanity. Which, like I said in the last session, the dark is humanity. And that's like one of the biggest issues. Humanity runs rampant and creates many problems. So the lore idea is like Gwyn is able to split pieces off from his Lord Soul, which he gave to Seath and the Four Kings. So he split his soul into at least 6 pieces. But the Dark Soul that the Furtive Pygmy took is the only soul that can be duplicated. Of course, there's the Chaos Soul the Witch of Izalith took, and whatever the whatever soul Nito took. But the Dark Soul is the only one that can be duplicated, which is essentially what humanity is, pieces of the Dark Soul. What's this? Ooh. Somewhere at the bottom of this is the target. Manus, Father of the Abyss. And I'm actually going to want to be human for that. There is a summon we can do. And while it's not entirely necessary, as a lore, from a lore standpoint, I love doing it. So I'm actually going to go back and pop a humanity and go human. Completely forgot about it. In fact, actually, since I've got a bunch, if I pop like 2, I can knock the bonfire Ula seal up to 20. So that'll be a good idea. I'm pretty sure I said it in the previous part we got the Rite of Kindling. But like by the end of the game, you want to knock pretty much every bonfire up to 20. For New Game Plus, it just makes things simpler for the second run. And bearing in mind, New Game Plus is harder to begin with. Yeah, it's 20 Estus in Ula seal. Let's get back down there. Hopefully this won't go badly. And if you give Kieran Arturius' soul, she disappears. You can kill her if you want. Not something I've ever actually done. I mean, I suppose if you want to fight 3 of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, because you can find Hawkeye Go, but I don't know if you can actually fight him. Alright, let's see. Heavier now. In fact, you know what? Let's see how we do with the Silver Knight Spear versus these guys, because the biggest problem with these guys is judging distance, and they hurt you by touching you. Well, despite appearances, they can't fly. Alright. Silver Knight Spear's doing good for us. Let's continue. Like, it's more hits than the Black Knight Sword. But by not having to get so close to them, we do save a lot of issues with them damaging us, because like I say, it's touch damage. Let's kill these guys because we want to get more humanity from them. Also helps that every hit you make against them does push them back. So that's nice. Okay, 3 over there. Thank you. It's hilarious to see these floating, ominous humanity spirits fall off a cliff and die. That's just hilarious to me. The biggest issue with the Abyss is a similar issue to the Tomb of the Giants, though, in that... Wrong button. Yeah, similar issue to Tomb of the Giants in that, with the darkness, there's not really any distinctive landmarks to get your bearings from, and as a result, it is very easy to lose track of where you want to go. Lose track of where everything is, get lost. Like when I was searching for the bonfire in the Tomb of the Giants yesterday. It took a while to find it. I knew approximately where it was, but without any landmarks to try and guide myself by, kind of an issue. And with most of the place being covered in darkness, landmarks just aren't going to be a thing there. He got close to me. I don't like it when enemies run away. It's usually a bad sign. Do I remember this area? I'll say though, grinding these guys for souls ain't great. They're gonna drop humanity very regularly. Souls, not so much. Is this where I was before? Yeah, it is. I must have missed that one humanity sprite. There's the corpse I plundered. There's the dead sorcerer. Alright, this way. Ain't no going back from here. Probably. Alright. There it is. The fog door to the boss. We're almost out. But there's a bunch of humanity around here. Loads of them just waiting to gang up on you. This is why you bring your trusty spear. Ooh, white titanite slab. What's white titanite? Divine occult. It's nice. Never use it, but you know, nice. Maybe on a New Game Plus. I mean, that's really like one of the best times to really experiment. New Game Plus. Because by that point you're comfortable enough with everything, you can take the hits. And you've got enough souls to experiment with. More humanity. Soul of a hero. Go back to that Black Knight sword now, we're going for the boss. The one who pulled us in here. I need to go back and get that bottomless box, I really do. I forget, was there someone before this or after this? I hope it's after. I think it's down there, actually. There it is, the hand that grabbed us. Welcome to the heart of the abyss. This is Manus. There it is. Summon Sith. One of the biggest benefits of rescuing Sith. Let's go, bro. Ouch. That burnt through everything. Yeah. Nope, didn't work. Alright, Sith. Some backup, buddy. Seriously, Sif. Help. Sif. Alright, I got you, buddy. I don't got you, buddy. Oh, he got me with his tail. We can do it, Sith. For Artorias. Yeah, I remember remember that being a pain. Ouch. Probably shouldn't have got close to that. Take him, Sif. Staff, go. Oh, nasty. Watch out, Sif. Not hurt my body. Oh, he got me. Finish him, Sif. I'll see you in Dark Souls 2. Thanks for the help, Sif. And since humanity really emphasises that this was all a humanity problem. Yeah, Manus isn't as tricky as you think. He hits hard, but he's actually really predictable. And doing it with Sif makes it a lot easier. Alright. Was that enough for 2 level ups? Strength and endurance. And repair equipment. Alright, Dusk. I'll put it at him. Alright, I'll see you back at the sanctuary. Oh, so that's what we came here for. Manus has been defeated. And the lore does indicate that this has ramifications later on that are dealt with in Dark Souls 2. Manus' spirit is split after that, and that's dealt with in Dark Souls 2.
I have awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk, and rid us of that terrible primeval human. even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all.
Alright, what does it actually do, I wonder?
Remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way, for thou art come from a time far ahead. No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us. May the flames guide thee.
So what do mushrooms do? Greatly restores HP for a limited duration. That's probably going to be useful. It's time to go. I'll leave the way I came actually, because that'll be quicker. Yeah, you know what? Maybe not. Wasn't expecting that. Where do I want to go? Yeah, let's go to the Daughter of Chaos and use this humanity for what I'm actually after. Alright. We got plenty of humanity from that, and then we also got 10 for killing Manus. Yeah, lore implications are that Manus was actually the furtive pygmy. Alright, let's see, it's 20, 10, here we go. Soul of Manus, Father of the Abyss. This extraordinary soul is a viscous, lukewarm lump of gentle humanity. Ancient Manus was clearly once human, but he became Father of the Abyss after his humanity went wild, eternally seeking his precious broken pendant, which we actually got and is why we were pulled in there. Powerful magic can be sensed from this ancient stone, yet men of this time can neither manipulate nor sense its power, which has a distant air consisting of both reverence and nostalgia. A powerful magic can be sensed, yet men of this time cannot sense. Okay. CK 7+1. Chaos Servant +2. So the interesting thing with the Quelaag's sister here, the idea, one of the best ideas I've heard for the whole thing is, we know she is blind and stricken because she sucked the poison out of this guy and others like him. I'm pretty sure he says as much. But there was an interesting idea I heard, I don't think was confirmed, but it's just an idea. Her being here by the second Bell of Awakening isn't a coincidence. Or rather, Quelaag setting up just before the second Bell of Awakening isn't a coincidence. Because she needs humanity, and Quelaag was basically luring adventurers, or rather taking care of any adventurers who came here looking for the second bell. Because they'd be specifically undead, and they'd have humanity, which she would then kill them for and take. And then would give it to her sister in hopes of easing her pain. And if you give her enough humanity, her legs do start to move more, and I think she does gain a little more colour. She doesn't look as frail. Welcome to the Demon Ruins. You can come down here pretty much right after you ring the second Bell of Awakening. Nothing's stopping you. Probably not a good idea to, but you know. Also, all that lava. It's not great. But now that we're done with the DLC, we're going to go back into the main game, and we'll see more of the weakest parts of Dark Souls. The Demon Ruins isn't great, and Lost Izalith is bad, honestly. We're past the best stuff. So, Quelaag and her sister are both daughters of Chaos, daughters of the Witch of Chaos, Izalith, who is mentioned in the opening. And what happened is the first flame was going out, and the Witch of Chaos, along with her daughters, tried to use the Chaos Flame they had to create a new first flame. It went horribly wrong. And like all of it, the chaos, like an explosion of chaos magic, infected basically all of them, with the exception of Quilana, who managed to escape. Quelaag and her sister were only half affected, so their upper halves are normal, the bottom halves are demons. This was the Witch of Izalith's only son, and this is what became of him. This is Ceaseless Discharge. This seems to be a body of another daughter. And that's when Ceaseless Discharge will attack you if you haven't already attacked him. The idea is that he was paying reverence to his sister. Now, I've never heard anybody say anything good about this fight. That said, there's a trick. There's a trick to dealing with Ceaseless Discharge. Which I don't think was a glitch, because if it was never patched out. And still worked in the PS4 version. You run back to the fog door. that's actually the trick, or if I dealt enough damage. But you have to deal with ceaseless discharge to cool the lava so we can get into Lost Island. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I just dealt enough damage there or if the trick happened. So what happens is you run back to the fog door and ceaseless discharge just falls off there and dies, like immediately. So I'm not sure if like he let go of the edge and fell to his death or if I just dealt enough damage. But, yeah, it works either way. And now we can go back, we can go down there and see some horrible design. Like, look at all that over there. Those moving figures. Take a guess what they all are. Also, one of these guys will actually attack me. It's this one. Is it this one? Yeah. Because most of these guys just leave you alone. That one is constantly... Oh no, it's two. Constantly try to attack you. It's in your best interest just to ignore them. You kill them and worms like just blast out of the eggs. And the worms are a pain to hit because they're really small. Yeah, you see what those are yet? They're all Taurus demons. This place is infested with Taurus demons. And it's not even a case of, oh, an old boss becomes a regular enemy. No. Because a Taurus demon is still dangerous. It was dangerous because of its size. While these ain't as big, still got problems with them. Would have had that then if he hadn't kicked. And the Taurus demons ain't the worst part of this. It's like, yeah, one by one, not so bad. Aggro more, problem, as always. But there's worse things to deal with. Alright, now I'm angry. Alright, now I'm really angry. Which one he is next? Two of you, of course. Like, it should go without saying, but don't step in the lava. Seriously, stop kicking. Like, stepping in the lava will drain your health so fast, it's really irritating. Need you down. Don't go in the lava, god damn it. You know, other games will make enemies hit each other. as well deal with the rest of them. There's that guy over there just waiting. Alright, come on. Come on. Alright, two-handed. And work with that. That's all of them. And now the biggest issue is basically all the items you want down here are across lava. That one might not be, but I don't want to go over there and find out that it is, so I don't care. You need to be able to walk through lava to get to that. I just hate this entire area. And what's that guy over there? That's a Capra demon. It's like, okay, I get demon ruins. And like the demons have all basically come up from here because of the explosion of the Chaos Flame. But still, like, you couldn't have had new demons or something. The solution was pretty much entirely to just recycle old demons. It's like, you can try and defend it, but the developers themselves have said like, you know, these last areas of the game were made in a hurry, and they're not as polished as the earlier areas. And as a result, they are definitely weaker. Another, what was that, 5 Capra demons there. Oh, Kirk, I forgot about you. Where have you spawned in? There you are, Kirk. And of course, Kirk is Knight of Thorns, who will... His armor is spiky and will deal damage to you if you get too close. Thank you. Now we have to make our way through a lot of Capra demons. Again, what's the difficulty here? 2 at once. Oh, that's not bad actually. If I was using ultra great swords, that would be really good. Come on. I know you want to aggro. Come on, just one of you. There you go. Didn't want to roll there, but it works out. Which you two is next? Alright, there's another one, and there's more fun down there. With admittedly some new enemies, but these new enemies are irritating. I don't like them. Honestly, thank God I take these things out in one hit, because that's a pain if not. Also, this area is horrible in the original version on PC, PS3 and 360. For the remaster to mitigate the damage somewhat, there's actually a bonfire added over here. I think it's like maybe one of very few actual times they add a bonfire in the game. Right, do I have anything for this? How many arrows do I have? Feather arrows, standard bolts. Alright. I should have the dex for this, shouldn't I? Yeah, it's 14, that's alright. See, you can aim with the regular bow, you can't aim with the crossbow. These things don't actually have that much health, they're just irritating to hit without being hit yourself. Yeah, that's that done. Let's finish it. And like I say, this bonfire was added for the remaster. Without it, you have to go all the way down. There's a bonfire further in, but it's still a good way. And if you die, down through all those Capra demons, further down, there's a Taurus demon down there, there's more trouble. There's a boss before the next bonfire, actually. Alright, what's that, like 10,000 souls? Alright. Excellent. And then throw another into strength. To humanity to boost this to 20. Thankfully we are still human, and I think I got a humanity for taking down Kirk. So this is one of the few actual changes in gameplay that the remaster makes. Because for the most part, they don't really mess with anything. There's a few quality of life improvements that are taken from later games, like being able to use multiple items in one go, like being able to pop multiple souls, multiple humanities in one go. That wasn't in the original. It was taken from the sequels and added to this. But that bonfire is like one of the few actual like geometry changes, one of the few changes they make to the levels or anything. And believe me, it is certainly appreciated. I don't like crystal caves. I don't like crystal caves because the invisible platforms. I really don't like that. That's my biggest problem. Assuming the giants, the darkness feels more like a gimmick than anything else. Can I help you? New London Ruins is a little irritating because of the ghosts, but because you have to either be cursed or use transient curse. But it's manageable and they'll drop enough, especially if you're wearing the gold covered serpent ring to boost the drops. They'll drop enough, or they should do unless you really unlock it. Lost Islith, which is coming up, is just straight out my single least favourite area of the game, though. It is bad. And there's no redeeming features of it. There really isn't. And there's another one of those centipede things over here. There it is. Damn it. Yeah, you can drop me now. I can get behind it, actually. Oh, it throws a hissy fit. Alright. And then vomits. Pleasant. It's gonna be another one, isn't there? Okay, you know what? I just hate this area. I hate the entire thing. Demon Ruins, Lost Islith, it's all awful. Ugh. Let me kill this one as well. And now these two. If I bait it out, I should be able to get an attack in. That hits pretty far, actually. The range of the spear probably won't be enough. There we go. Now if I take you from the side where you've got less options. Okay, I don't... It's probably coming through very similarly on stream. That is not a streaming issue. That thing's frame rate, when it attacks, the frame rate of that from the side is really bad. That's not even the rest of the game, that's just that one thing. That's bad. Jeez, I wonder what happened with that. Can't see the chain. It's okay. The large flame ember. Worth it if I was going to do anything with fire weapons. Alright. Onwards. I don't even want to deal with that guy. There's a capper up there as well. Don't kick. Could have had that sorted without being hit if you hadn't kicked. Like, the kick is way too finicky. Sometimes it works when you don't want it to. A lot of times it doesn't work when you want it to. Alright, Capra, let's do this. Or souls. I think that's going to be it. Is there anything else up here? Alright. Head down there in a minute. So if we get past this, there's a bonfire closer. That's the Asylum Demon. That's a reskinned Asylum Demon. And the Asylum Demon is something they reskinned. They already reskinned. God, I forgot this thing was the Asylum Demon. Same butt stomp. Come on, do it again, do it again. Oh, I would have made my life so much easier. I'm gonna get hit. Actually fight me, jeez. There's been weapons at risk. I repaired it before I came down here. That's not good. These guys burn through durability faster. $90 durability down from 300. Do they burn through weapon durability faster? I don't remember. Damn it. And because the weapon durability is below 100, The actual attack power has dropped immensely. So I need to repair it. Seriously, went through that durability really fast. Oh, they do go through it faster. It's got to be the fire thing, hasn't it? Yeah. It's another reason to just hate this area. Thank you. And what we're here for. Is there anything down there? Nope. Alright. Right back here. Which is brilliant. It's like another 10,000. So I'm going to pop some more souls so I don't lose them. I didn't kindle this? Oh no, because I haven't been back down here since I first got it. Of course I didn't kindle this. So that is 2 humanity for this. Let's see. One of these. That'll do it. Into vitality. Kindle the bonfire. And you know what? Since I went through Blighttown for this playthrough, like first time since my first time through, and since this is my playthrough, what I'm going to do is I'm going to not do Lost Isleth, I'm going to use the shortcut. Because honestly, screw Lost Isleth. But first we're going to take a break from all of it. So there's another area around down here, that's close here actually, that might as well get a look through before we go and deal with Lost Isleth. We're gonna go check out the Great Hollow, which is it's completely optional. Leads to a dead end. Doesn't lead to anything else. He's fairly well hidden away, actually. Back in Blighttown. There you are. wow, still. A backstab still isn't enough. It's almost enough, but it still isn't quite enough for these guys. Like, the health these guys have, wow. Alright, where's the third one? There you are. Alright, so we're not exploring Blighttown, we're not messing around, we are just going straight for the Great Hollow. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over here. There's also like big leeches down here that I didn't show off earlier. There's one. It's entirely possible you'd wander into the Great Hollow thinking Quelaag's Domain is not where you want to go. And that'd be a bad time. Because the Great Hollow is way beyond what you're capable of when you first get to Blighttown. So you find this little area, leads you out of the swamp into this tree. And here we go. And chances are, if you're playing this in online mode, something will direct you to that. That's not a mimic. Twin Humanities. And there's also the possibility that if you're playing online mode, something will direct you to that. And this is the Great Hollow. And the fact that it's hidden behind two illusory walls should really give you the idea that maybe this area is a secret for a reason. Alright, so what I want to do is actually pop 3 humanity to kindle this. Because at this point we want to be kindling like a bunch of the big bonfires that we want. This isn't necessarily one of them, but we're not going to come back to this bonfire after this. Like I say, in the end, you do want to kindle all the bonfires before you start New Game Plus. Just take a drink. Yeah, you want to kindle all the bonfires before you go to New Game Plus because the kindling carries over. So any bonfire you've kindled to 20 Estus will still take you to 20 Estus in New Game Plus. But you still need to find the rite of kindling. That's one of the things that you don't get to keep. And so any that you haven't put to 20, you can't push them up higher than 10 until you find the rite of kindling again. And that may not be so much of an issue. You could go straight back into the catacombs immediately and deal with Pinwheel. That's up to you. But it's just easier. It's easier if you have them kindled from your previous game. And we have basilisks again. These are actually way stronger than the ones in the depths. The curse might actually hit faster. Regardless, they are still not pleasant. And the Great Hollow is one of those places where the platforms are not particularly great. Can I get around there? Or am I going to have to drop down to here? There's one thing I do not like when this game does it. Like mandatory drops that you will take damage from. But you have to go that way, there's no other way. And the Bed of Chaos is awful for that. Like when you drop into that fight, and you're immediately damaged when you start. The Stray Demon does it, which I don't like. The Stray Demon's a tough fight to begin with anyway. That said, like, God help you if you come down here before you get the Lord Vessel. Like I say, you might come down here not realizing this isn't the way to go. And then climbing all the way back up. Because there's a bonfire down at the bottom. And if you sit at that bonfire without having already placed the Lord Vessel... In fact, it's not even placed, without having the Lord Vessel. Like, you've got so much of an issue there. Alright, there's got to be another platform I can drop to that's safe. There we go. Right, there's got to be a way to climb back out, but God knows I've never found it. That said, I've never looked. And you know what? Even worse, you come down here without the Lord Vessel and get cursed after resting at a bonfire. Like, you try to get back out without the Lord Vessel and you get cursed by one of these things. Yeah, you've never seen this place before, have you, Estasa? There's more basilisks. Uh-oh, 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 no, 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 no. That cloud was huge. Alright, I think the other one fell. Like, thankfully we're taking out basilisks in one hit. Like I said, I think these are actually stronger than the ones in the depths. There's a bigger problem than basilisks, though, when we get near the bottom. I mean, basilisks are a pain because they're cursed, but you hit them, they're dead. Not a problem. The bottom has an actual problem. There it is, that's what I saw. Yeah, I'd have to drop off something to get to that. And the shadow of that body is being displayed on the mushroom beneath it. Oh, let's try this again. Yeah, that's good. Titanite chunk. It's the mushroom people. And of course the little ones, not so much of a problem. The big ones, yeah. And they're the big ones. And they'll aggro on you like the minute you get around here. Are there any others around here that I need to be wary of? Oh, there's this one behind me. Ah, there we go, a third one. It's like, these things look ridiculous, but you do not want to get hit by the punch. And the spear's actually a good idea for these guys. Because like, they'll take damage. And so just being able to poke them from range is really good. Yeah, I saw you coming. Now let me get around you. Alright. That's the hit. It's a heavy hit. Get out of the way. Seriously. Bloody environment. God damn it. Like, if there's a reason you're gonna die, getting stuck in the environment is one of the worst reasons. Let's go through this quicker this time. Don't you dodge me. Oh, this place is too long. Thought I was going to slip off that then. Where's the other one? Come on, I know you're here. God damn it. Yeah, no, let's take a look down that hole. Oh, no, well, we're sliding, we're dead now. Cool. Oh, might as well just do whatever now. Don't have to worry about the souls anymore. Alright. Where are you? Don't jump around. Alright. Where's that other ladder? There it is. You guys are just loving that attack right now, aren't you? So here's a fun question. Does anybody know that Curse originally was much worse and its worst effects were patched out? Because in the original version of Dark Souls, and if you play Dark Souls like the original console version without updating it, you can still experience Curse as it originally was. It's like, we've not been cursed yet, so I'll explain. Anybody doesn't know what Curse does. If you die from Curse, essentially when you come back you are cursed, which means your health is permanently halved. Well, not permanently, it's halved until you are able to remove Curse. And Curse is not a simple thing to remove, you have to get like a purging stone or something, and they're rare to find and expensive to buy. And originally, I think only one person sold them. I don't remember who it was, but in the update they changed it so you can also buy them from the undead merchant in the drain, in the aqueduct. But in the original effects of Curse, was that it stacked. So if you died from curse and then you died again, your health would be halved again. And it could just keep going. Like, theoretically, just keep going. And they patched that out, so now it only happens, like, you can only be cursed once. Really wish these guys died faster. You know what, the spear's probably a good idea if I can get the room to equip it, which I probably can't because I don't have the bottomless box, so there's a lot of junk to just wade through. Swear to God. Just let me past. So yeah, if you ever want to try that, not only is curse harder to remove, and it stacks, you ever want to try that, pick up Dark Souls on PS3 or 360 and don't apply the patch. I mean, these days, you're going to pick it up on PC. I don't think there's any way to actually get it on Steam without the patch being part of the download. But, you know, like, why would you do that to yourself? And beyond that, you know, you've got all the other things that were fixed. I'm stuck on the environment again. And he can't. Well, I'm glad that pushed me in the right direction and not through the wall. Jeez. Right, let's just get to the bonfire. One of these might actually be a fake wall. Yeah, maybe I'm mistaken. I'm thinking something else. It doesn't matter. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but it looks like the frame rate is actually getting kind of jittery around here. Welcome to Ash Lake, at the bottom of the Great Hollow. And this is like as far down as we go. I think you can actually see Ash Lake from Tomb of the Giants, like right near the bottom. This is like the furthest down. Also, fun fact, Hydra. Repair the equipment. Alright, so there's not actually that much in Ash Lake, it's basically a pathway. There's no new enemies here. There's another Hydra. Well, to be fair, from here you can actually see pretty much the entire thing, which looks kind of neat. And you'll also see it do something unique. get its attention. If I can get up this sandbank. God damn it, Dark Souls, you and your slopes. Pretty sure it sees me. You wanna come and get me? Okay, it definitely sees me now. Also, there's more clams down here. This is actually where I first saw the clams. It made sense to me because this is a beach. There it goes. So the idea... Jeez. The idea is it kind of jumps to get to this side to get you. Although it looks really bad. Oh, sneak up on me. It also almost dragged me into the water, which, you know, always fun. Now I want to get out of its view so I can take this thing down. Yeah, I first saw the clams here. I came down here before I went to the Crystal Caves my first time. I think they're actually different clams. I think the colour's different and they went down a lot easier than the ones in Seath's the Crystal Cave. Alright, come on. Come on. Actually attack me. Close enough now, actually attack me. Is that all you got? Yeah, it doesn't really matter where you fight the Hydra. It's always irritating. Alright, come on. Did any of your heads actually go down there? I think this one is actually stronger than the one in the Darkroot Basin. Don't do your bloody... God damn it. Why am I even fighting this thing? So, when attacking the heads, not a bad idea to two-hand your weapon. Because essentially when you hit a Hydra head, it's not that you're damaging the head, you're damaging the body as a whole. And if you can deal enough damage, actually taking off the heads does not matter. You can kill it without taking out all the heads. Alright, come on. So I recommend two-handing the attacks. Was that 4 heads left? There we go. Basically like that. So if you can deal enough damage, you're hitting the whole thing as a whole rather than just the individual heads. So enough damage dealt to the heads means it'll die before you have to take out all the heads. As we saw with the one in Darkroot Basin, hitting all the heads gets really irritating. Yeah, there's a bunch of items down here. The biggest issue is not many of them are worth having. Like, there's guaranteed dragon scale drops down here. Well, not drops, there's guaranteed dragon scales down here. But if you've made it this far, chances are you're not using anything with dragon scale because of its rarity. I've never used a weapon that requires dragon scale. Like I said, the rarity of actually finding dragon scales makes upgrading weapons that require it more trouble than it's worth. I'll deal with you after I've dealt with that guy. No, I never used the Dragon Greatsword. Like, there are dragon weapons that you can get some use out of if you want, but I don't think it's worth it because of the rarity of the upgrade materials. I wish I could backstab this guy. Yeah, I guess parrying is out of the question then. Alright. And that's the end of the trail just over there. Watch out for that clan. Well, like I say, this first place I found them, and I think these are actually weaker than the ones in Seath's and the Crystal Caves. I'm pretty sure the coloration is different. Oh no, this one's taking a bunch of hits. The environment certainly makes them a pain to fight. But it also gives another purpose to them dropping cleansing stones, purging stones. Alright, let's get through this. Just up ahead. Purging stones, thanks to Stasa. The last of the everlasting dragons, hidden so far below the world that the gods couldn't find it. And you can actually enter a covenant here, pray to the everlasting dragons, and it has its own covenant. There's that dragon greatsword you were talking about at Stasa. This guy doesn't care. The everlasting dragons are, after all, everlasting. Yeah, it's a kindled bonfire. Yeah, like, get down here without the Lord Vessel. Ugh. All the way back up. Yeah. Alright, back to what we were doing. Make sure to sit down. And let's hopefully get Lost Isleth done before this session ends. Because getting the Chaos Servant Covenant to rank 2 does have a purpose. It opens a shortcut for us, which is good in itself, because it means we can skip basically most of Lost Isleth. But it also unlocks an opportunity for us. So this is it. You don't even have to fight the Demon Fire Sage. Because if you are +2 Chaos Servant, which we are, you can open this door. Make sure there's no others before I open it. Alright. So yeah, Chaos Servant +2, we can open this door. I want to kill all of these guys. You know what? I've missed something. Missed something. Gotta go back to the parish. Let's see, fastest route, fastest route. No, 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 no. Yeah, straight to the end of parish will be fastest. We need to go and take a look at the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant. To do that, we need to get past the Hellkite Drake. Which, fun fact, even after all this time, the Hellkite Drake is still not something that's just easy to wander past. Oh no, it's not about joining the Warrior Sunlight Covenant. We just need to get the area where it is. Good work, guys. That said, like you do say, Stasa, to join the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant, you do need a certain amount of faith. The requirement, however, drops every time you defeat a boss while summoned. So, it's possible for anybody to join, even if they've not got the required faith level. What you do is you throw down your summon sign. Right, in fact, let me check here. We're playing offline, it's not going to matter, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and if someone summons you and you then help them defeat the boss, that lowers the faith requirement to join the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant by about 5, I think. And you can lower it to 5, like we're on 11 faith at the minute. I think it's 25 faith required to join it, but if you lower it and you get down to 5, any class can join it without having to upgrade the faith. Because on my PS4 file, where I most certainly have not leveled up faith, I can join the Warrior of Sunlight Covenant because I've helped people enough. Also, something we didn't show off when we were here earlier, but the fire effects on Switch for the Hellkite Drake look terrible, which is something I noticed when I played on my Cleric playthrough. Like, that looks really bad. We get a better look at it when he does it again. And it looks pretty bad. So I have no real strategy for getting past this thing, and it's always an issue. Doesn't matter when you come at this thing, the Hellkite Drake is always a problem. Actually, you know what? I don't need this right now. God damn it. That's come down while I was changing my shield. What's the strength requirement on the Black Iron Great Shield? Let's take a look. 34 strength, we're at 33. Yeah. But that's a 90 fire resistance, that's good. Havel's is 80, it's the same as this. But if you've got the strength, 50 strength, if you've got the strength to carry Havel's, it's like, at that point, you are straight up tanking. I love how you don't even lift that. The parry frames on that are not nice. But then I suppose, you know, if you're tanking, if you're using great shields, you're probably not about parrying anyway, you're about tanking those hits. Alright, let's wait for it. There he goes. Run. Awesome. Once you pass the Hellkite, he kind of just leaves. He kind of just leaves. There we go. And this is where the claymore is. It's not a bad two-handed weapon. And here's Solaire now.
Oh, hello there.
There it is, Solaire.
Forgive me. I was just pondering about my poor fortune. I did not find my own son, not in Anor Londo, nor in Twilight Blight Town. Where else might my son be? Lost Izalith? Or the tomb of the Grave Lord? But I cannot give up. I became undead to pursue this. But when I peer at the sun up above, it occurs to me, what if I am seen as a laughingstock? As a blind fool without reason? Well, I suppose they wouldn't be far off. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Yeah, you're repeating lines there now, Solaire. But yeah, if you have the faith requirement or you've been summoned and helped other players defeat a boss enough times, you can become a warrior of sunlight here. Like, the statue is supposed to be like one of Gwyn's sons. Alright, now back to what we were supposed to be doing. Yeah, if you can get through there early on, it's great, because it's a lot quicker into the Undead Parish there. The Hellcat Drake is always a problem. In fact, how much are we till next level up? 39, that's 15,000. How many does this give me? It's 10. I used like 2 of these. There we go. And hit strength again. Alright, awesome. Like, being able to carry Tarkus's, the Black Iron shield, is not a bad idea in Lost Izalith, because pretty much everything down here is fire. And like the 90 against fire is really good. Alright, so let's go deal with this. Something's shining down there. Probably not going to pick that up. I don't remember it being anything particularly useful. Is that an item that dropped and I didn't pick it up when I was down here last time? Sunlight Maggot, excellent. Nice. I wonder if I screwed up Slayer's quest line actually because of that. Oh, another one spawned? Oh no, it's just that. Alright. Because like Slayer's supposed to be down here and he's not here. Basically what happens is Slayer comes down here to find his own son, and if you don't open the shortcut by becoming Chaos Servant +2 and take out all of those things and get the Sunlight Maggot, Slayer finds the Sunlight Maggot and it drives him insane. Let's get a look at it. A loathsome parasite that inhabits Lost Izalith. It is completely immobile yet still lives. When worn on the head, it emanates a blinding light, which is why it's known as a Sunlight Maggot. It burrows into Slayer's. He puts it on, it burrows into his head and it drives him insane. You have to put him down. Also, this is the only Titanite demon in the game that respawns. It's also a tough one. Like this, just this area is not built for fighting this guy. Okay, it hit me 3 times there. Alright. So this guy respawning can be really good because you can just use him to farm Demon Titanite, because Demon Titanite, I think, only drops from Titanite demons. The problem is, this is the best way into Lost Izalith. You don't have to fight the Centipede, which is an irritating fight. You don't have to go past all those dragon butts. You don't have to run through all the lava. And you can get to the Bed of Chaos with very little actual difficulty. The problem is, if you don't get the Bed of Chaos first time, you have to run past that guy every time. And fighting him isn't easy, neither's running past him. These guys aren't going down to 1 anymore. The Ring of the Centipede is not bad. But you have to remember its biggest benefit is just that it lets you run through lava while taking less damage. And it's like, you know what? No utility outside of Lost Izalith. And so, like, just for that reason, I can easily leave it. It's like, oh, that's how you get through all that lava down there. You have to kill the centipede boss, which is a pain to fight. And then that gives you the ring that lets you walk through lava while taking not as much damage. But you're still taking damage. And it's like, you know what? I can do without that. You know what? I went easy on you. I've gone back down here. I'm going to rip your head off. Alright, if we get this done tonight, probably be like one more session before we finish this. There's a bonfire down there. I thought the nearest one was near the dragon butts. I'm sure I've explored that place thoroughly and couldn't find one. Because, like, where I died was, like, right next to the Bed of Chaos entrance. And for those who don't know, the Bed of Chaos is universally regarded as the single worst thing in Dark Souls. I'll be honest with you, Starcer, I hope you're right. I hope there is a bonfire there, because that'll make the return journey so much easier. Because Bed of Chaos is not going down in one run. Remember when I killed this thing the first time, I was like, great, it's out of the way. And then I died and had to go through here again. It was like, oh, it's back. The only Titanite demon that respawns. Also, don't forget Titanite demons can shoot lightning. check the durability on that. 291. Alright. Yeah, the one next to the centipede demon isn't as close as the one near the dragon butts. There's one in one of the little huts that the dragon butts are around. So I know the one you talked about. I think you can find Slayer there. That might actually be the next step of his quest. But that's not as close as the one where the dragon butts are. Alright, I'm having this guy. See what happens? You see what happens? You know what? While we're down here, we'll show off one of these things. These things are awful. Look at them. Look how horrifying they are. We didn't even see the worst part. The worst part is when you see them from the top. Chaos Fire Whip. I do love the idea of a fire whip. Alright, here we go. Worst part of the game. Let's count how many tries this takes. Take damage from the fall. Oh, you don't? Oh, they changed that. So this is the better chaos. There's no fight here. I at least get one before I die. Yeah, what you need to do with the Bed of Chaos is run through and destroy the roots. Fun fact, this is so bad that this is the only boss that's checkpointed in the game. If I die now, the root I destroyed will stay destroyed. If I die now. When I die. So, Bed of Chaos is essentially what remains of the Witch of Izalith and several of her daughters. Alright. Actually, do I have a fire? Nah, you know what? The ring means absolutely nothing. Because if you're going to die to that fight, it's rare you'll die from damage. Yeah, the Witch of Izalith and several of her daughters, that is what happened when they tried to create another first flame out of the chaos flame they had. It went crazy. Essentially engulfed them all, basically turned Lost Izalith and the demon ruins into the mess that is. Created the chaos demons, mutated basically everybody who was there, caught in the blast. Because the first flame was going out and they wanted to replace it. rather than rekindle it. Because to rekindle the first flame requires a sacrifice. Got like another half hour. If we can get the Bed of Chaos done tonight, we could probably finish off Dark Souls in one more session. Which would be really nice. Go through New Londo Ruins. Tomb of the Giants, finish those off, and then go straight into the kiln. Bloody environment. Ugh. Alright, let's go. Well, like I say, we took out the left one. That's checkpointed now. We don't have to take that one out. Now we have to take out the right. See, our souls are over there. That's a fool's errand. Well. Who'd have seen that coming? Basically everybody who's ever seen this fight. You know what? Where's my grass crest? There we go. Run through this quicker. And with the stamina regen, we'll be able to run faster again as well. But yeah, if we didn't actually succeed with Solaire's quest line, at the very least he won't go insane and we won't have to put him down. But if we're getting the Sunlight Maggot there didn't actually succeed in Solaire's quest line, we'll be doing the final boss alone. If I get through this, if I can get through this pretty quick, I might actually see about doing Tomb of the Giants before we call it the end, an end to the session. Because Tomb of the Giants isn't overly big, is it? Am I misremembering? It's like I said in the Abyss, like... Now, with Tomb of the Giants being pretty much entirely dark, there's no real landmarks to go off, you kind of forget a lot of the Tomb of the Giants. Like, your way around a lot of it. Right, round 3. Honestly, if we can get this done tonight, we in the next like half hour. I'll just be happy with that. There we go. That was a bad idea. Take that hit. There. There we go. Fun fact, still not a fight. Alright. So the next round should be the last. The issue is getting the two at the side. Two at the sides. So on the way back there, has anyone got anything interesting going on? But you know what? We get this done this time. We're not going to go for the Tomb of the Giants. We're going to go into Darkroot Forest again. Still something we need to do there. That I was going to leave for a bit, but it won't take that long. Alright, so this should hopefully, unless something goes terribly wrong, this should hopefully be the last time we go up against Bed of Chaos. In which case that'll be, what, 4 runs against Bed of Chaos, which is honestly not that bad. And the fact that I'm saying that is a bad thing. Like, yeah, no, 4 runs isn't that bad against Bed of Chaos. Yeah, that's a bad thing, right? It's not that the boss is hard, it's the boss is just stupid. And 4 runs is a bad thing. It's not that, oh, it took 4 runs because it was a difficult boss. You know, like, say, Artorias took, like, 8 tries because it was difficult. Bed of Chaos took... Alright, you know what? That looked kind of neat, actually. I'll give you that. Bed of Chaos took 4 runs because it's just really irritating. Get down there. You were supposed to roll into the hole. If anybody ever tells you that this boss isn't bullshit, they're lying. Alright. Once more. Alright, so we do this tonight and the rest of Darkroot tonight. That will leave Tomb of the Giants tomorrow. New Londo Ruins, and then Kiln, and that'll be it. We could be done with Dark Souls tomorrow, and that'll be 8 sessions, I think. That won't be too bad. I'd be pretty happy with 8 sessions. Take an extended break before we do Dark Souls 2. Because, like, Dark Souls are... You bitch. Dark Souls I've done a bunch. Dark Souls 2 I've done like an hour. Not for any real reason, honestly, it just never really grabbed me. And... I don't know, I didn't really feel any amount of motivation to do Dark Souls 2 after starting it. That said, you know, to put Dark Souls 2 on Switch, put Scholar of the First Sin on Switch, I'd probably play that at work. I mean, I got it on PS4, and yeah, you can feel, like, going from Dark Souls on PS3 to Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin on PS4, like, you can feel the 60 frames, you can feel how much smoother that game is. But, yeah, put it on Switch. Put it on 30 like Remaster is on Switch. That'll be nice. I'd play it portable. Fuck you, Chaos. Fuck you. You know what?
My dear family, you are in danger.
He's a horrible person anyway. Yeah, he'll sell you unique pyromancies that are all to do with poison and messing things up. Read the description, and there's one in particular, read the description of it, and the description basically says, like, just by using it you can feel, it's like something like you using it you can see, or you can feel exactly why he was expelled from the Great Swamp by all the other pyromancers. His pyromancy is basically an open art. Do what you want with it. The other pyromancers considered him to have perverted pyromancy so badly they threw him out. And when pyromancy is basically do whatever, like experimentation, do what you want with pyromancy, because that's what it's for. And when you push that too far, so yeah, screw him. He's a horrible person. Alright, let's do this. Like, the biggest issue is like, just how far it is to the Bed of Chaos as well. You missed me, you fucker. And just how far it is to the bed of chaos from the last bonfire. And if you don't take the shortcut, the bonfire you're going to have is in one of those buildings down there. Yeah, it's in one of those buildings down there, and there's more you have to go through to get up here. So the shortcut is the fastest way, and there's still that much you have to run through. It's poorly placed. Like, the bonfires in relation to the Bed of Chaos are poorly placed. The Bed of Chaos itself is a bad fight. It's not even a fight, it's a bad boss. And anybody who plays Dark Souls will tell you, Bed of Chaos is like the worst part. Nobody likes Bed of Chaos because it's not good. And it's a complete departure from basically all of the mechanics of the game. Lock this. Alright, go, go, go. And in the end, all it is this chaos bug. It's like, that's the only chaos bug we've seen. If we take the proper route through Lost Islet, we'll see more. And in the end, all the Bed of Chaos really is a chaos bug that you need to break down the defences to get to. I think I'm going to take an extended break from Dark Souls when I'm done with this. Like, not just, like, let's have a while before we do Dark Souls 2. I mean, like, it's going to be a while before I play through this game again after I'm done here.
Show me that ember of yours. Well, I've never heard of a black ember. How about leaving that ember with me? I find it strangely fascinating.
Yeah, why not? I'm not going to use it.
Well, thank you. This ember really is something special. I'm already under its spell. I sense great potential indeed.
It's interesting, I thought the Dark Ember would only go to the blacksmith in the catacombs. Let's see, what do we have?
Don't get yourself killed, Knight. That's an odd ember you have there. Ah, I know what you're thinking, but I'm no good with those. It won't be easy, but I'm afraid you'll have to look for someone else. I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
See you later, Andre. I do wonder. I do wonder. Alright, let's get this done before the night's over. Bam, 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 bam. So the next boss is actually going to be pretty interesting, because I change everything when I fight this boss. Well, my usual tactics against bosses don't generally get me anywhere with this next one. I think since we rescued Dusk actually from Manus, she will be back where she was before, and we can buy the sorceries from her again. All of them. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the summon sign's back. Let's talk to her again, see if she says anything different before we go further up.
I am Dusk of Ulisil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes. My home of Ulisil was reduced to ashes long ago in my time. I have been alone ever since, but to be summoned thus, and to be of service to thee, it is most rewarding. Oh, forgive me. Such a long past time is none of thine concern. This may strike thine ear as somewhat peculiar, but long ago, in my homeland of Ulisil, I was beset by a creature from the abyss. I would have perished then, were it not for the great knight Artorius. In truth, I saw little of what transpired, for mine senses were already fled. Even still, there was something about Artorius, a certain balance of the humors that quite perfectly fits your semblance. Heavens, could it be that? Oh, dear me. That was Ulisil, many centuries ago. Please excuse my fanciful musings.
And of course, she was pretty out of it when we rescued her.
This may strike the heaven. Oh, please. If thou art in need, I wish to be. May the flame.
It makes sense that, like, by the time we summon her here, I don't know, time's tricky. And the whole time travel thing is very tricky. It's possible that by the time we rescue her and first summon her, for her, being rescued from Manus has already happened. And of course, like I said, I think it was last session, Artorius was said to have destroyed the creature of the abyss, driven back to the abyss but died in the process. That's the legend. And of course, by finishing the DLC, the truth comes out. Artorias fell, and an undead from the future came back and vanquished both corrupted Artorias and the abyss. Now, of course, you may actually recognize this place now. Where are the Sonic cats? There's one. So there's another one as well. Get out of here, you. Don't do that. Really? No, just turn all the way, I'll be fine. Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, don't lock on when I ask you to, that's fine. Seriously. All the way back down. Let's forget it doesn't count you as having actually sat at a bonfire when you warp to it. Yeah, back down. I don't need this anymore, actually. Poise. I don't want the poise. So I had, what was it, a little over 20,000 souls. I want to get those back. And the best idea will be to go to the bonfire down here. That was weird. Sometimes the slopes are way too finicky with it, but then other times you can just stand on nothing apparently. Yeah, let's go deal with this. Just run past the golems, I'm not in the mood for them. One thing I think is pretty interesting about Dark Souls, your first playthrough, chances are you're going to end it at a pretty decent level compared to your later playthroughs, where you'll probably be doing everything at a lower level compared to your first playthrough. And my theory with that is like you'll get through everything easier, faster, and you'll be fighting bosses sooner than in your first playthrough because you know where you're going, what you're doing. I think it's an interesting difference between the first playthrough and basically every other playthrough. In your first playthrough, while you're just wandering, trying to figure out what to do, where to go, how to kill certain bosses, and almost all the time the priority is to grab the souls you've dropped. So if that goes right, you'll end up with enough souls to level up more often. Where you'll just be kind of grinding through areas because of that. As opposed to like subsequent playthroughs where that's not likely to happen as much. Because you'll just be going through quicker. Because you know where you're going and what you're doing. Oh god, get up the bloody slope. I remember when shields were useful. I remember when I pressed the attack button and I actually attacked. That's right, die. 2,000 souls? Ain't worth it. Yeah, great. Okay. Burning Hellcat. Alright. Oh, we're actually pushing it past the usual time. So yeah, you may recognize this area. The slope, the cliff, the bridge. That's different. Because this was the Royal Wood in the past, and this led to the Sanctuary Garden. It doesn't anymore. So we're basically right near where Artorias died anyway. And they moved his grave over here. I'm not entirely sure what happened to the Sanctuary Garden, honestly. Well, you say you don't want to get hit, Estasa. As far as I'm concerned, in this fight there's no way around being hit. So this is Artorias' grave, and there's a reason I did the DLC before coming here. Sif got big. He recognizes us, remembers we're a friend, and is bound by honour to protect the grave, though. And thus is sad that we have to fight. So that's a unique cutscene that you get if you rescue Sif and I think summon him for the fight against Manus before you come here. There's no way around fighting Sif. And it's really tragic. Clearly Sif doesn't want to fight, but is bound by the honour to protect its master's grave. Sorry, Sif. You truly were the goodest boy. And so that is why I changed up my entire strategy for the Sif fight. The way I see it, Sif is too fast to actually deal with normally. Too fast, hits too regularly. Avoiding him is a problem. So bulk up, boost the poise. Like, Tarka's shield, you can wield it. Like, that was very little stamina drain there from like an actual hit. The poise was high enough that the hits weren't knocking us over. And the Hornet Ring, which is tied with Kieran. Yeah, there's a lot of weapons scattered around the grave, suggesting that people have come to Artorias' grave many times and Sif has killed them all. I'd say presumably for desecrating the grave, maybe, I don't know. There's also Kieran's body. What you assume is Kieran's body behind the grave. Suggesting, I'm guessing Sif didn't kill her, but suggesting that she possibly never left the grave. It's always a sad time taking down Sif. You need to do it for the Covenant of Artorias, which we need to traverse the Abyss in the New Londo ruins. And the Covenant of Artorias is one of those items that does not carry over to your New Game Plus. So you will always have to fight Sif. Every playthrough. Alright, let's put some transient curses on there. I actually want to pop a few humanity, because if there is any bonfire you want to kindle, it's the Firelink Shrine. So reverse hollowing and kindle it twice. You know, while I'm human, actually, before we go... Let's see, the Undead Parish is a good one to kindle. So let's pop a few humanity and kindle some key bonfires while I remember. So the one in the Undead Parish is in a pretty key location. You might think the one in the Sunlight Altar, but actually getting to the Sunlight Altar is the problem. Let's do this one in the Tomb of the Giants as well, while we're human. That'll make dealing with the Tomb of the Giants a lot easier. That'll be enough for now. So walk back to Firelink and call it a night. Alright, so that's it for tonight's Dark Souls. We are going to come back tomorrow with more Dark Souls. Probably the final Dark Souls, actually. Probably the final session. So all we have now is the New Londo Ruins and the Four Kings fight, Tomb of the Giants, and the Grave Lord Nito fight, and then it's straight into the kiln. That's all the Lord Souls for the Lord Vessel. So with any luck, that'll be done in under 2 hours. So I want to thank everybody for showing up, everybody who joined the stream at any point, even if you didn't stick around to the end. I appreciate the support. Special thanks to Istasa for joining me in the chat. Thank you everybody for watching. Have yourselves a good night and take care.